Hi YouTube, it's Rachel. I am back with another video. So I don't have any specific messages here for this video. I just wanted to get on the camera. I felt compelled to actually do a channeling for the Twin Flame Collective. I feel like I have neglected this collective for some time here. I did do a video the other day, so if you haven't seen that, please check that video out. But most of my videos lately have been pretty much overall collective videos. Not that you cannot benefit from that, but I wanted to make sure to do another video specifically for the Twin Flame Collective. So yeah, let me introduce myself. Again, my name is Rachel. I'm a psychic intuitive. I channel through messages from your higher self, from your spirit team, from the divine, through me to you. So if you have found yourself to my channel, then there is a reason for that. There is a message for you. So we will get started. All right. I want to make this message specifically for the full moon. The full moon in Gemini is coming up tomorrow. So this is a timeless reading, okay? So it's not specific for any period of time, but if you have found yourself to this video during the full moon in Gemini, it'll probably be a little bit more powerful of a message for you because I am dedicating it to this, did I say new moon? This full moon cycle. If I said new moon, I meant full moon. So maybe someone finds this in a new moon in Gemini cycle as well. So we'll go with that since that channeled through a Freudian slip maybe. Okay. What I'm using what is this? Astrology Oracle deck that I just got. So I'm kind of excited to see what comes out. Wow. It's flying out. 222 on the timer. Okay, let's see what we've got. Interesting. So, I mean, wow. So Gemini definitely came through. So it's certainly a Gemini moon cycle message. So I love that. Thank you, Gemini, for pulling through that. And then we also have Venus. Venus is very, so it's interesting, right? Because I'm getting so many things that are coming through. It makes me excited. So a couple of things really quickly. With that slip of new moon in Gemini, we're going to go with new moon in Gemini and also full moon in Gemini. These are going to be some synchronicities for you. If you're finding this message during that time frame, this is going to be important. And if there is a Venusian or a transit for Venus, that's also going to be important. Okay, so let's get into the messages that are coming through with just these two cards. So with Gemini, so Gemini is the twins, right? So it already kind of gives me like twin flame energy, okay? And 333 on the timer, so that is confirmation for me. That is my number if you've watched any of my channels, channelings or videos before. 333 has become my number of the Divine Masculine Collective. So this could be Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine, or it's just confirmation of the Twin Flame Collective, right? And Venus is that energy of like love, of relationships, of sensual energy, of I also associate Venus with like fire energy, like passion, right? Doing things that you're passionate about, creating. She gives me like creative energy, right? And then Gemini is also Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is the Venus. So that's interesting. So Venus is definitely coming through. Okay, Venus. Venus might stop some messages here. So Gemini is that energy of communication. It's ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of communication. It's fast communication. So there could be some energy of, since Venus came through in that Gemini channeling, when I was thinking about Gemini, there could be an element of fast communication coming in that has to do with that Venus energy. So love, passion, desire, sensuality, right? That could be 515 on the timer. So that's a mirrored number. So yeah, I think that that's kind of confirmation for me, especially with this Gemini energy, is that there may be some communication coming in that has to do with love and passion, right? Okay. Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come through in this deck. What else, Spirit? What else? Wow. Okay. So we've got the 10th house, and what flipped on the floor, oh God, is first quarter. Okay, first quarter in 10th house. Okay, so this kind of gives me that like yin and yang energy. I know that's not necessarily associated with the first house, but just looking at the card, the element of the card, I'm getting that yin and yang. So, again, I associate that with, of course, twin flame energy. And the 10th house I'm not as familiar with, so we're going to go to the guidebook on that. Let's look up first quarter first, and then we'll go to the 10th house. If you work with moon cycles, then this might be your confirmation as well. This might be a little bit more resonant for you. Let me see, first quarter, where are we? First quarter. There we go. It also gives me just like moon cycles. So maybe your relationship with your twin flame tends to either, I think, intensify. The moon cycles tend to intensify the bond in this dynamic, right? So you might find that during certain moon cycles, like maybe even during like the first moon, the first quarter moon, that you guys tend to have more communication with one another. I know with me and my twin flame, I tend to have more communication with my twin around full moon cycles. Full moons are very significant for me, but it looks like for this collective, the first quarter moon is coming out. So let's read about it. So the first quarter marks a period of planning and organizing. Interesting. Once you've allowed yourself to dream and set intentions, it's time to make a plan. There is no need to get bogged down in the details just yet. Start outlining your ideas. The shadow you've been hiding within is beginning to brighten up, and your ideas and dreams are suddenly beginning to feel more possible. Yeah. So I'm gonna so I'll read this, and then I feel like that might be there might be something tied to the 10th house in that, but I'm getting more of like an energy of like shadow work being done right now. So like going into the shadow, maybe even the divine masculine. I feel like this is divine feminine and divine masculine energies going into the shadow and working through those shadow energies. And when we do that, right, it brings these bonds together. It helps with these creations as well. So yes, let's keep going. When you pull this card, it's time to begin putting pencil to paper. You know what you want. It's time to figure out how to make it real. How can your goals begin to become reality? What steps are needed to make those things happen? The first quarter is a wonderful time to push a dream into a realistic plan. When this card appears, you may finally be accepting that with a little planning, you really can change your reality. We get to sit in balance between dreams and reality in the first quarter. Enjoy it while it lasts. Yeah, so there's like an energy of like, wanting to bring something together, wanting to bring ideas together, maybe even wanting to come together. And maybe that's part of like this passion, this love, energy, this communication. Maybe this is part of that communication as well. 1010 on the timer. And when I looked up the first time, it was 1001. So 1010 and 1001. Are confirmations as well. Let's look up the 10th house because I'm really interested in this. Wow. I mean, you can't get any more synchronistic than that, because the 10th house is a house of goals, awards, and achievements. Just what we were talking about in the first quarter moon card. So that is super synchronistic. So there is an energy of planning here, of setting intentions, of how are we going to make this happen? How is this going to come together? This is an energy of coming together from what I'm getting in my mind's eye, especially with this yin and yang kind of energy that I'm getting out of that first quarter moon. So there is a planning of how do we make this happen? How do we come together? And part of that is this Gemini energy wanting to communicate this. Wanting to communicate this passionate energy of like, I want to come together. How can we bring this together? Okay, let me read the 10th house card. The 10th house rules over our life's work. Yeah, so if you saw my last video, I'm sorry, I'll read this in its entirety, but when I channel, a lot of it comes through so quickly, so I don't want to lose it. So my last channeling that I did for the Twin Flame Collective, I did channel in messages of like bringing creation, right? You are going to be creating with your twin flame. So this definitely gives me this 10th house energy right now is giving me that creation. You guys are going to be coming together to create. That is big. Okay, the 10th house rules over our life's work, achievements, recognition, and reputation. Oh my gosh. Please, if you have not seen my last twin flame video, please, 12:22 on the timer when I looked up. So this is definitely synchronistic, okay? Then please go watch that after this video, because 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer as I looked up again. There is synchronicities with that last video, okay? In this house, we are asked to explore our calling in life and receive acknowledgement for our contributions. Oh my gosh, I'm getting chills. The 10th house rules over public reputation, fame, and popularity. As you pass through this house, you can expect to see growth or transition in your career and public stature. Interesting. So yeah, there's definitely an energy of creation. You are going to be coming together to create with your twin flame. You guys are going to be creating together. 13:12 on the timer, so that might be synchronistic for someone. When this card is pulled, you should take stock of your life's work and the opportunities that may be presenting themselves to you. Have you recently made some big strides in your vocation? Or are you struggling to find your path? Do you find yourself craving a sense of accomplishment in your work? Be patient as you climb toward your goals and give yourself credit for your hard work. Yeah, so there is this so this collective right now, this is on the divine masculine's end and on the divine feminine's end. We are getting downloads right now. I know I am. And I know that the divine feminine collective confirmation is getting these downloads of what we can create. We're leaning into that creative energy. And I believe that the divine masculine is looking at how they can come together with the divine feminine and also create. So the energies of creations are a little bit different, while the divine feminine is looking at creating, creating through art, through music, through channeling, take it as it resonates. The divine masculine collective I'm getting is looking at more of a creation in the coming together of the 444, as I said that, 1444. So that is that is synchronistic. Okay, they are looking to come together to create. This is being this is coming in through the help of the divine as well. So these are, of course, divine unions. So this is, you know, twin flame. Some people consider this to be like a divine, like your divine union as well. So yeah, that's coming through very, very strong. Okay. Another thing that to mention is 10th house. What just came through? Okay, it went away. So that probably is not to be said. Gemini, so Gemini could be significant in your partnership. Venus placement could be significant in your partnership as well. Maybe even Gemini and Venus could be like together. That could even be in the 10th house. I'm hearing. So let me just say that since it did come through. Okay. So the other card deck that I'm going to be using is the Celtic Tree Oracle. When I was shuffling, I did get a lot of like just energy that was popping from these cards. So let's see if there's anything in these cards. And this was during my pre-shuffle. If there's anything that wants to come out in this card deck as well. What other information do you have for the Twin Flame Collective, Spirit? I'm looking out of my my hotel window right now, and there is this beautiful full moon that I'm looking at. I know tomorrow's the full moon, but it's like she's showing herself right now. Let me see if I can show it on the camera. There might not be anything in this Celtic. Let's see if there she is. So yeah, the full moon is definitely going to be significant. Okay. Oh gosh. All right. So only one card. That's good. So the number 5 may be significant. And we have Nuan Ash. Okay. So let's go to the guidebook because I do not know. Let's see that symbol. Okay, let's go to so your birthday, so ash, the tree ash is associated with the birth month, August 21st to September 20th. So this could be your birth, between that time could be your birth month, your birthday, should I say, or your birth month, because that came through, your twin flame's birthday or birth month as well, or even that time period could be significant for your relationship too. All right, let's go to 5, Noon Ash. Okay. So Northern Hemisphere, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, the dates of significant are February 21st through March 20th. The Southern Hemisphere is going to be August 21st through September 20th, okay? Dolphins could be significant, mermaids could be significant, ruins and undines or water spirits, and the world tree. So those are all associated with this particular card. Some of the deities and guides that are also associated with this card is Odin, the tree fates or Moray, the Muse, Oracle of Delphi. I know that is significant for me, Oracle of Delphi. The letter N, and the class is the Chieftain 5th Lunation. Okay. So the keywords here the microcosm and the macrocosm. Reflections, mirrors, uniting inner and outer worlds, as above, so below. Yes, 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 yes. So it's like that energy of like what's happening on the inside is meeting the outside, right? So what we feel within is gonna reflect itself without. What we know above is going to reflect itself below. And it's also giving me like this like yin and yang energy as well, as within, so without. Okay, it says when you get ash in a reading, expect to connect with your own inner tree, which represents your center and connects with your inner world and outer world. Here you experience the meaning of axiom, as above, so below. This is a place of great guidance. It links you to universal knowledge and can help you understand yourself, your thoughts, feelings, and actions. To access this knowledge, pay attention to your dreams. Seek communication with your higher self and with divinity. Follow your intuition and the dictates of your higher heart and mind. So some of you are dreaming heavily of your twin flame. So pay attention to your dreams. If you're not dream journaling, then this is probably your call to maybe pull out a dream journal, start writing what you can remember in your dreams. I feel like most of the divine feminines are probably already doing this, but if you're not, it's a good idea because some of these dreams are linked. Some of the symbolism in these dreams are linked. 2123, so that could be significant. Some of the symbols that I spoke on in this card could be significant in your dreams, okay? The noon ash is less about doing and more about being. Yes, I love that. And about noticing, okay? Therefore, pay attention to what is showing up in your life. Your outer world reflects your inner world. If you see things that you are not happy with, begin to make changes. Changes within will reflect the outer world. Changes without will reflect the inner world. You are also encouraged to participate in ritual and ceremony. So consider seeking spiritual community. So I have definitely been getting this message myself, is if you're not currently doing any rituals, this might be your call. 2222 on the timer, as I said that. So this might be your call to seek out some rituals. What can you do? Like that dream journal, that is considered a ritual. I wake up every day, I take some time to, I'll just give you something that I do. I take some time to breathe, do some mindful breath, do some meditation, and remember my dreams and journal those, right? So this could be like something as simple as that. Like we're again going back to the message in this card. I don't know why I'm tripping up on my words. There's just so much coming there. It's not so much about doing per se, it's more about being. So how can we be with ourselves, right? How can we feel into our inner world so that's reflective in our outer world? How can we manifest into our outer world as well, right? What are we feeling? Connecting to our heart center. What is our bodies telling us, right? How are we feeling about situations? Can we honor those feelings without 333 on the timer again, without judging those feelings, right? Because once we start to judge them, we're putting things into the outer world to reflect back to us, and we don't need to reflect anything that is not inherent within us, if that makes sense. Okay. If you are immersed in grief, reach out to your community for help so that you don't drown in your own sorrows. Know that this will pass too. On the other hand, if you are involved in a project, you may have to put long hours in seclusion to complete your work. You might need to block out the world for some time. If so, you may feel lonely, but it is worth it to bring your work to fruition. Yes, so we are in this energy of creation right now. We are creating. Divine Feminine Collective is definitely in their creative energy, and the divine masculine are in their creative energy as well, just in a different way, like I said. So it's like bringing those manifestations into 444 on the timer. So when I spoke about this earlier in this reading, it was 444 on the timer, and it was 444 it was 1444. Now it's 2444. So definitely the divine masculine collective is in this energy of like bringing these partnerships together, like manifesting those into their reality, manifesting communication, manifesting, being honest and open with their feelings, so that they can kind of bring these energies together, even if it doesn't result in a partnership or in a relationship per se, like a romantic relationship. I think it's still, some of these dynamics are still going to result in partnerships, okay? All right. Perhaps it's time to help someone else. This is often a great balm for one's own sadness. Embrace your feminine side and your intuition, your deep sympathetic nature, your empathy, and your ability to feel. Yes. Choose healing and spiritual experience over indulgence and escapism. That gives me very divine masculine, right? The divine masculine is integrating those energies of the feminine into their masculine. I channeled this a couple of videos ago with the Twin Flame Collective as well. Is divine masculine is learning to integrate their feelings, right? Getting away from escaping the spirit is helping them to work through their feelings and not escaping, into those other outlets. Working, is a big one. It's like work and not feel. And so now it's time to start feeling, right? Okay. Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come through. Try one other deck. Okay. All of my things keep falling. All the cards keep falling. Okay. So we have Isis that is coming through. The number 7, faith and wisdom. Yeah, have faith here, right? We know this collective knows what these energies are, right? We know what this dynamic is. Don't allow anyone outside noise to pull you away from what you already know. Have faith in your connection. Have faith in your protection, I'm hearing. So you are protected. Have faith in that, okay? Have faith in that knowledge. You know that you're protected. Your work of art is protected. Your partnership is protected, okay? Let me go to the guidebook to see if there's anything that wants to add to that. 7, Isis. Sister and wife of Osiris, she's compared to the mother goddess. Her name means throne. In fact, she is represented with a headdress in the shape of a throne. She is revered as the ideal mother and wife. She is the protectress, yes, of sinners and the oppressed, and the goddess of motherhood, fertility, and great magic. Yeah, so she's a protectress, right? That's why that word protected came through. She is helping to protect these unions. She's helping to protect your magic, right? Yeah, and protect your creations with this fertility here. As a conveyor of this serenity and love, Isis invites you to reflect on the themes of faith, knowledge, fidelity, purity, and silence. Learn to work on keeping secrets and trust and faith. By keeping secrets, you learn to protect and to bear great responsibilities, such as the secret knowledge of duality between the material universe and the spiritual universe. Some of you are creating things that aren't yet meant to be out in the open. So not all ears are meant to hear this yet. Not all eyes are meant to see this. So be very discerning in who you allow into your projects at this time. If you are feeling guided to put things out there, definitely put yourself out there, put your work out there, allow it to be completed, allow it to be fully in its completion before you put your work out there though, okay? 30-30 on the timer, so it's confirmation. Okay, so that is it for this reading. I think it was a very good reading. It was nice and coherent. And yeah, I thank you for your energy for that reading. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your time. If you like this video, please don't hesitate to hit the like button. If you have any comments to share anything with your union, with your relationship with your twin flame, anything that is resonant for you, please don't hesitate to comment down below. And if you feel resonant with my energy, please don't hesitate to subscribe. I'd love to build a community here. So with that being said, thank you so much for your time again, and until the next video.